Hello everybody, Davkas here, and we are back on the Davinity FTB Infinity server. You may notice that I'm in the mining age today, and for very good reason. There's a couple of holes around there. I wonder what those are from. So I got this guy sitting out here. This is my digital miner, and this combined with one of these and this guy kind of overdid what I thought it would do. So I got this diamond chest back here, and I'll show you inside here first, which is full. So you can probably guess what this looks like. It's full. It's completely full. So I got all of this ore, and I got a ton of stuff to do with it now. So we've got all of this. I want to make sure that it is being that we're, you know, getting the most out of what we've got here. So I think it is time that we started working on higher than 2 times ore duplication. So what we're going to do in this episode is I'm actually going to begin setting up. I'm going to start with the 3 times ore duplication, because of the fact that all of the tiers above it will then feed down into it once we get them higher up. Load in, won't you? So once we get the 3 times setup going, then we can just add the 4 times, the new machines for the 4 times, and then the output of that will go into the 3 times. So that's sort of the idea. So with that, I'm going to go back to my base, and I did get the power situation actually finished. I'll go ahead and show you that right now. So let's get back in here. Alright, so if we go down here, I have finished this, and it's already filled up 3 of these energy cubes. It's actually quite ridiculous. I think there might be 2 of these hydrogen generators actually running right now, and most of what they're doing is powering these guys. That's pretty much all they're doing. So I think this is going to be enough power for us for now. And if we check on this, how much power we got right now? 230. That could be better, but that's okay. We're not doing. It's only like that because not everything is running, so that's fine. Yeah, and this is already completely full as well. I'm gonna have to change this to a barrel, I think, which is what I should have done to begin with. But we're also in good shape to actually get rid of this here, and possibly even put a second one of these right next to it. But I've got a couple of ideas for maybe reworking inside here. And as I said before, and I think it was like the 1st or 2nd episode, I don't even remember, I'd like to make more use of this hilltop. It's a great little piece of landscape here. There's stuff up there. I'd like to maybe do something way up there, maybe on the hilltop over there. I mean, there's just so much great landscape here. It's a shame not to be using it. So that's kind of the idea for in the future. But today what we're going to do is we are going to work on getting a setup that will actually triple our ore output. So I'm going to get a couple of things ready, and I shall be right back. Okay, we are back, and I've got some things ready. I actually ended up doing a little bit of modification to the cave here. I'm eventually going to actually put in some decorative walls, and, you know, actually make this place look more than just a cave. So I upgraded this to a barrel, and it's full, so I'm gonna have to upgrade it again. But yeah, that's a lot of obsidian, and I found a really useful feature on these separators. It used to be that you could just dump you could either dump or just not do anything, you know. But now there's this dumping excess option where basically, if it's working, it'll basically go through in it once it has the the most that it can get, rather than just stopping production. It'll just dump anything after that. There's one that I think is actually doing that. Let's see if I can find it. Well, this one would be doing it if it was actually, yeah. So, yeah, I've actually got this guy over here dumping. So if I told this not to do that, then this thing would fill up here in just a sec. But actually, you can kind of see it with this. So if I... Okay. Move, man. Let's turn that weather down. We're going to sleep this storm right off, because this is quite crazy. I don't even want to know what all is out there right now. Man, that is still really loud. Come on, somebody sleep, please. There we go. Whew. Oh, I hope I didn't just screw him up. Anyway, so I've expanded this quite a bit. I had to move the bedroom area up a little bit, but I've so yeah, I moved my this is my ore duplicator right here, and it works just like it always has. I've kind of reorganized it a little bit to where now the steel from here goes right into where it was. So yeah, all of these guys will eventually be replaced by an ME system once I can get it. But what we're going to do today is we're going to set up the what would you call it, a triplication? It's the 3x ore duplication set up through Mechanism. So first off, down here I believe we've got this purification chamber, and this is the enrichment chamber that I actually had before this. So we're gonna actually use this purification chamber here. It's not too expensive, just some osmium, some of the enriched alloy, a couple of advanced circuits, which are basically the enriched alloy with a basic circuit, one of the green ones, and then an enrichment chamber in the middle. So we'll grab this guy. But we do need an enrichment chamber, so I've got one of these here. So we're gonna grab that. Oh, you know what? I actually need to put one more thing there. We're not going to use that immediately, but we are going to use it in just a second. So put these there. We will put these around there. I should have a few more of those circuits. Yep, there we go. Drop a couple of those in there, and then we'll come back to that here in a sec. And then over here, we've got the energized smelter, which we're going to need. I think that's it. So, the first thing that we need here, and let me grab some of these pressurized tubes. So the purification chamber actually uses oxygen. So if we put this guy right there. Okay, that was interesting. So this guy actually uses oxygen. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take this top one out and put one right there. And there we go. Now it's full of oxygen, which is cool. There we go. All right. So this guy, when I put it, let's grab an iron ore here, and we'll show each step of the process here. We'll grab one of these. So if I take this ore and I put it in here, this thing is going to go through and basically purify this and break it up into, I believe, 3 clumps. Yes, 3 clumps, just like that. So next what we got to do is we got to take this crusher. We're going to put the crusher right there. And so what we can do is take the iron clumps from the purification chamber, put them in the crusher, and the crusher is going to turn them into dust. Just like that. Each one of them gets turned into a dust. So once we have all of those, we're going to use our enrichment chamber. We'll take our iron dusts here, put them in the enrichment chamber. This is going to clean them up and turn them into clean dust. Just like that. And then we'll put our energized smelter here, and this is actually going to replace this setup entirely for the moment. There are still a few things like the diamonds and basically everything that doesn't turn into a metal. So you've got your redstone, your diamond, your emeralds, your lapis, that sort of thing. All of those things we'll still be using the pulverizer, this pulverizer setup here. But for all of the metals, we're going to be using this setup right here. So, where were we? We got our iron dust, and we'll drop those into the energized smelter. There we go. And it'll go up. It'll smelt them up just like it should. Just like that. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, because of the fact that we're essentially tripling the amount of stuff going through there, in order to sort of speed this up, we've got this set up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wood here in the middle. And this is going to give me basic factory installers. So what a factory is it's the exact same sort of machine, but what we're going to do is we're going to do that, and that, and that, and that. So now, you see up there in the top, we've got a basic purifying factory, basic crushing factory, basic enriching factory, and a basic smelting factory. And what this has done is actually tripled what the amount of stuff that we can put through it, which is amazing. I love it. And you can actually auto sort this to where it can actually accept more than one type of item. And if it's got all the same type, it will actually even them out across all three of these. So it's really fantastic what it can do. So what we're going to do now is let's set this up here. We're going to turn all these off. We're going to, let's see, the green is energy. We don't want that. We want the red. So the red's going to come in from this side here. And then the blue is going to go out that side. And that's all we need there. I don't remember what the purple is. And we're not going to bother with the upgrades or anything like that. Okay. So this side... Oh, and we need to turn the auto eject on. There we go. So we'll do the same thing here. We will turn all these off, and the red comes in there. Blue goes out there. Auto eject on. Same thing here. There we go. And finally over here. Red and blue, auto eject on. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Should have a little bit of iron. Let's do 2 of them. So we'll grab some of that. I should have, there we go. Yeah, that should be enough. We're going to make up a couple of iron chests here real quick. And just like that. And what we'll do is we'll put one of them up here, and the other one we will actually put, where do we want to put it? Do we want to put it up on top there, or do we want to put it on this side? I think we'll put it on top here. And this one will probably eventually end up upgraded to a diamond chest as well. But next what we need are pipes. We need item ducts. And I believe I've got a leftover, yes, I got a leftover hardened servo. And yeah, that's what we need. And we need an item duct just like that. So we'll put that in right there. Put in our servo. There we go. And then we want to ignore that. And there we go. So this is going to start tripling our ore output. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of these. Did this auto eject? No, it didn't. That's all right. All right, that's set up. Oh, we need to put that there. There we go, and we'll drop that up there. All right, so we're gonna go back and turn auto sort on all of these. There we go. So now what we'll do is if we drop that up there, when this comes in here, we see it spread that out just like that. So now it's doing 3 at a time, which is amazing. That's fantastic. And then it does the exact same thing here. So basically every one output from there, it's going to drop them in here, and it's going to keep up pretty well. So we see those go over here, and then we should see all 3 of those go right into the chest. Perfect. Works like a charm. I love it. Okay. Well, I think that's what I'm going to do for... That's all I'm going to do for today. In the near future, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start prepping to get ready for... or I'm going to start prepping for the 4 times ore duplication. That's going to take, I think, 2 or 3 more machines on top of this thing. And eventually we're going to get to the point to where we need what's called a salination plant. It basically takes water... I think it takes water, and you put it out in the sun, and it basically goes into a tank to where it turns into brine, and then that's used in a chemical process that will then further duplicate these ore. So yeah, this is working quite well, I must say. Now these are each using what, 20 apiece? That one's using about 64. That one's using 20. That's not too bad. That's not pulling too much of a... that's not pulling too much energy here. What I also need to do is... I think all of these are now going, though. No. Wow. I still haven't even tapped into the full potential of these things yet. That's kind of crazy. What I do need to do, though, is I need to create a an energy buffer using, 2 of those cubes over there. Which would be really cool. Let's see if I can get to my bed in time. Bam. Let's see who's got it. Yes, I got it. All right. So, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am Davkas, and I will see you guys next time.